Hey guys, I'm just gonna do a quick walkthrough for you of how to manage the content of the new platform, how to change the text on the opt-in forms, and so on, so you guys can have a basic orientation to your new site. So I'm in the main dashboard right now. First, what I'm gonna do is go to the pages. So and just open a new tab. And also, after that, we're going to go to Bloom. I'm going to open that in a new tab. And also, yeah, that's all we need for now. Alright, so pages. The first thing that I think that you guys will probably be changing often will be the free resources. I'm just going to close this one. So I'm going to open that one, and then the basic principle applies. So about us, I know you guys had said that you were going to change the images and more things, so that's probably what I would imagine you would change the most. So this is what the backend looks like. As you can see, it's the Divi builder, and the whole site is broken up into 3 parts. So the big sections here on the outside are called sections. So this one only has one section, the whole site. These inside are called rows. And then inside the rows are called modules. So like an image or text module would go inside. As you can see, there are several different modules inside of this row. And then many rows inside of the section. So, and for example, each row is divided up into columns. So for example, here I want to come and I want to switch it to 2. I can do that. Or I can come back. I think it was like this way. Yeah. And so if you want to do a different column layout, you have to add a new row. So like I can't just add 2 underneath here because it's only one column. I would have to add another row with more than one column. So to edit, it's pretty simple. Let's go to one of these text ones here. I just come here and it has everything. It's just like the basic WordPress text editor. You have your code, you have your regular view. And then you can put the label here that will show up, for example, we'll say More Nutrition is an online community. So that will just identify you what is in this section. Usually I just put the first text so I know what it is. And then you also, I mean, I don't think you're going to need this, but they have the option to disable on tablet, phone, or desktop if you want something to just show up on the cell phone, or you want something just to show up on computer. You can disable this section here. Also, if you want to just do a general text orientation here, and if you have a dark background, you can choose light. But so that's just the basics of the text module. There's a lot of advanced settings here. You won't probably need to do anything about here. It has some margins, text color, max width, those kinds of things. And also there is a custom CSS section here, but I really doubt you guys are ever going to need to do anything there. So those are text. All of these are text. Just here, Chloe image. You can see what the image module is like. So you upload an image. It's the basic WordPress platform for that. If you want an alt text for your SEO purposes, you want a title. If you want to click and open a lightbox, you can do that. If you want to link somewhere else, and if that link you want to go in a new tab. You can do an animation. Usually, I'm actually going to change this. I usually do no animation because sometimes if the browser is slow or something, it will take a long time to load, and that's not ideal. And then you can choose the alignment. So here we would probably want it to be center. And again, disable if you want it just to show up on one kind of device, and the label. So here are some more advanced settings with the margin and so on. So that's basically it for this whole thing here. If you want to change this is a little bit different. This is called a blurb. So here you have an image, and then you have a lot of other options here because it's quite robust what you can do with this. But then here's the text, so you just change that here, and then the image and the upload image. So that's pretty much it that you'll need to know for now. I mean, like I said, I doubt you're going to have to do anything really complex. So I'm going to update that. In the meantime, free resources. So again, It's the same layout, same kind of structure with the rows and the columns. Here, I'm assuming you're going to be adding more wellness guides in the future, so what you can do is just duplicate. So if you click on this button here, it will duplicate, and you can just drag and drop to here. So then I would come here, I would change the image, and I would change the link. So this is your PDF file. And then I would just change the title here, Wellness 5. And then come to this one underneath and put month 5. Change this link as well to whatever it will be. And then month 5 here. Oops, I think I wrote month 6. So you can also right click on the module and come here to rename and just rename it there. And there's actually a lot of great options, like if you want to save this because you want to copy it in another page, you can save that. You can actually copy and paste with Control-C, Control-V, which is really nice. So let's say I want to copy this one. I can just right-click, copy, and then I can come here, oops, and do paste. But here, if I want to copy, for example, a row, I can just paste as well. So that's really handy if you want to copy and paste. You can also copy and paste across pages. So I copied this one here. I can now come to this page, scroll down, and let's say paste. Wait, gotta copy it again. Copy. Come here, and I can paste after. So that's the month 5. It's exactly the same module, which is awesome if you guys are doing something on one page and you want it to copy to another page without having to redo the whole thing. Okay, so that's the basics. I'm going to take those away. Now, if you're going to put in additional downloads in the future, which I'm assuming you will, I just left it with nothing underneath for now. You can just come here and duplicate the row, drag and drop underneath, and then just change whatever you want this image to be with the link, whatever the download is going to be in the text, and so on. So it's really straightforward again, like I said. If you want to add another category, like this monthly wellness guide, additional downloads, or if you want to change the text, it's pretty straightforward again. Just copy this one, drag it below, and you're good. So yeah, on this page, I think that's everything we will need. For the opt-in forms, you come here to Bloom. This is your basic panel. And I'm sorry, there's like a lot of impressions here. This is from me doing the editing, so I'm not sure if there's a way to clean this. You may just have to have a little bit of an offset in the beginning. Obviously, the footer is going to have a lot of views because it's on every page. So if you want to edit any one of these, come here to the little edit option. And it will automatically bring up this page, which will show where your integration is and also the name if you want to change it. And then this is, I know MailChimp has a double opt-in where the person signs up and then it says it sends an email confirming if you want to be signed up for this list. So you can disable that, but it warns you against using it because you can get your account suspended. So that is up to you if you want to do that or not. I really can't say. So then you would come to design here on the side. Here's join the newsletter. There's no message underneath. And then here it has no image, font, basically just the settings for the design that we've put here. If you want to change your success message, so this is something that I didn't put because I figured you guys you'd probably want to decide for yourselves. So once someone has signed up, you can put like, yay, you signed up. And then save and exit. So don't also, this is some CSS that I put for styling, so just don't do anything to this here because otherwise it will break the form and it won't look as beautiful as it does now. So anyways, then you can see your metrics here, your opt-in stats. It will show your conversion rate, your subscribers, how many per week. It's really handy. I know here it doesn't have anything, but it will be handy in the future. Here you can handle your accounts. Like, for example, if you have several accounts, you have a MailChimp account, you have an Aweber account, you have some other integration account, which I don't think you have right now, but You can see all your sets here, how many you have, how many it's growing per week. And also if you want to import or export your forms, but you won't need this either. So yeah, that's the basics of this. It looks like you already have a few test subscribers. I'm assuming that's you. But you can also A/B test. So I'm sure it's this button here. You can add a variant. So that's something, if you guys want to talk more in depth later, we could talk about creating some different variations of the form. So you would come here. My computer was a little bit slow. And then it basically just copies the form that you had before. And you can add like whatever, the style variation, the text variation you want to test the A/B testing. And it will show here, yeah, it's buggy. You can start the test, and then you can determine how long you want it to go for, and it will show you which one has more conversions or not. Yeah, so sorry, mine's a little slow. Also, you can duplicate, delete, you can make one inactive if you don't want it on the blog post anymore. You just want to stop it for a while. You can make it inactive. It won't disappear. I mean, it will disappear from the site, but it won't delete it from here. You can activate it again at any time. You can just come here and activate it. So yeah, that's the basics of that. And the final thing would be the theme options here under Divi theme options. This is the logo. I don't know why you guys want to change the logo in the future, but or like the favicon, you can change that here. Upload. These color pickers, I've already put them to your color scheme, but this will determine, like, when you go to edit a page, you'll have color options in those modules. So like, I come here. This one doesn't have it, so I come here, I choose a custom color, and it has these options already here, which is really handy because you don't have to keep looking for those hex codes all over the place. So those have already been configured. I've also put this setting that I wanted to mention about the first post image. So not all of your posts had featured images. So what I did was I configured it so that it will automatically grab the first image. By default, thumbnail images, blah, blah, blah. If you'd rather use images that are already in your post for your thumbnail, you can activate this option. That means that basically the first image that's in the post will be the featured image. That way you don't have to always configure the featured image. You can turn this off if you want, but when it was off, I saw that a lot of posts were missing those featured images. So that is why I enabled it. Here are the links for Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. If those change in the future, you'll also have change in the footer, but those are for the header. And then here below, you can see that this is all of the CSS for the site. So also be very careful here because it can break the site. So that is just a basic overview of this part of the panel. Save in case anything to get it. Another thing that I wanted to mention about the posts, let's just go there right now so I can show you. Close this one. Alright, so something that I know we were having those issues with the article card, the image not being formatted correctly. What I did was all of the past images that were more horizontally oriented, they weren't getting expanded to fit the whole image area. So I used a little bit of a brute force CSS to make those individual post images larger. So I had to target each one of those posts. In the future, I would say that you should continue. I saw that most of your images for the recipes were vertically oriented like this, which is perfect. This is exactly what we want for those article cards on the home page here to show up. It's just getting a little buggy because my internet is slow. To show up like this. If it's not vertically oriented, if it's a lot more horizontally like this image was, then you have to go and add a little bit of CSS. So I think that it's better if you guys could, the majority of your posts, to try to stay to vertically oriented images, otherwise it could not appear as well. That ended up being the solution in the end, was that the images were not necessarily formatted correctly. So I went back and I corrected all of the old posts that you had on the articles page here on their blog, so that they will all be showing up like this. They don't have any white space and they look pretty. But in the future, stay to vertically oriented images. I guess that's the moral of the story. And so, like I said, you don't necessarily have to put a featured image here anymore. It will just get the first one. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I think that's everything. And if you guys have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. That's the basics. There's also this plugin that I'm using called Monarch. So you can find that under Tools, Monarch Settings. And that is a social media sharing. And that will just, on the post page, it's showing up in the sidebar. So if you want, you can click here, sidebar. You can choose the style you want, like if you want a different hover, it's up to you. You can also display your share counts if that's something that you guys are interested in. You want to show how popular posts are. You can do that here, but I think you have to integrate with Facebook API now. They changed their rules, so if you want that to show up, you need to integrate with the Facebook API. And then here is the color settings for the share icons. And then if you want to show up on pages as well, I mean, I wasn't sure. I just left it on posts. And also if you want to add inline, pop-up, you guys have the plugin now. It's pretty straightforward. I can send you a tutorial from the source, the makers, if you guys want. But that is pretty much it. Again, if you have any more questions, I'll be more than happy to help you. I had such a blast on this website. I think it turned out really beautiful, and I hope you guys are also excited about it. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening, and again, any questions, I am available. Okay, bye-bye.